So if you watched my video from yesterday, you already know that part 3 of the Shane Cashman article on Timcast.com was pulled by Tim Pool after he panicked because apparently they slandered Defengo in here. And Defengo did get on a call with Shane Cashman, which he stated in this tweet right here, wherever he said, just got off the phone with Shane Cashman on this Eliza Bleu story. There is going to be another part/update to the story. That was yesterday at around 12:12 p.m. when he tweeted that. And then later on in that day, we had the Shane Cashman part 3 deleted off of Timcast.com. Well, now we have this tweet from that umbrella guy. Breaking: Shane Cashman's entire Eliza Bleu puff piece has been removed from Timcast. All parts. So not just part 3, every single part of this. I don't know how many words were in this story, but it seemed like it took 2 hours to read each part. So Shane Cashman put a lot of work into this. It was pretty bad articles. It was poorly written for the purpose, of the articles, what they were supposed to be. I guess it was kind of well written if you want them to be, bad airport novels, bad airport sci-fi. That's what it felt like to me, like bad airport fantasy or something. So if that's what he was going for, then it was well written. But if you're going for a piece on Eliza Bleu, trying to dig into the censorship and what's going on Twitter and YouTube with Eliza Bleu, what kind of connections Eliza Bleu has, stuff like that, it was horrible. Like nothing like that was covered in any of these parts. So it's good that they were removed. But what I find most fascinating about all of this is yesterday when when part 3 was removed, and it was the only one that was removed, it just said something right here, like this article has been removed. Something very plain, something very neutral. But now when you go to the Timcast, any of these articles, any part 1, part 2, part 3 on Timcast.com, it says, due to the fact that gonzo journalism style of this series was misperceived by the readers, the series in its entirety has been removed. We apologize for any inconvenience. So not only has Tim Pool panicked and deleted the entire series of the Eliza Bleu, novels that Shane Cashman wrote, but he's blaming it on the fans for misperceiving the style of the series that was being written. Dude, we're not here to perceive the style. We're here to see why Eliza Bleu is doing what she's doing. We're here to see why she is so hard on getting this World Star Hip Hop video removed. Like, why is it that specific video? Why is it those specific images that she doesn't like? Because there's tons and tons of videos and images of her doing very similar things that aren't getting people banned off of Twitter. That doesn't have people like Brittany Venti still suspended on Twitter. It's not getting people's videos removed on YouTube because people, not only are they getting privacy complaints from Eliza Bleu and her team, but they're getting videos removed now, and it's still happening. There's more videos getting removed every day. I think it's like 30 plus now. YouTube videos have been removed. That's insane. And it's only for those World Star Hip Hop images. It's not for any of the other types of images that she's done. Like, she's done a lot of modeling jobs that are similar. She's done other music videos for World Star Hip Hop in the past, and it's just those images. And they didn't talk about that barely at all. Shane Cashman definitely didn't dig into her connections and didn't dig into how she's getting these videos removed off of Twitter. Because if he was a real journalist, he would have asked the questions that we've all been asking. Because we understand that she doesn't work at Twitter. We know that. But all he did was ask, hey, do you have any connections to Elon Musk? How'd you get that Tesla jacket? She was like, yeah, I just had a friend that used to work at Tesla, and no, I don't really have that much connection to Elon Musk. He never followed me on Twitter, stuff like that. All you have to do after that is ask, well, how are you abusing the TOS to get these people banned off Twitter for public images that you don't own and that you were paid for? You were paid to create. And that she was even proud of them whenever she did create them and begged World Star to give her more jobs. So all he had to do was ask, well, if you don't have any connections to Elon Musk and this Tesla jacket that you're wearing right now is only from a friend that used to work at Tesla, then how are you getting these images removed from Twitter? How are you abusing the TOS like that? And also, same goes for YouTube. How are you getting these images removed from YouTube? And how are you abusing the YouTube TOS so bad that everything with Eliza Bleu in that World Star Hip Hop video is being completely removed from YouTube? The entire videos, you're taking money out of people's pockets, by abusing the TOS. And this is all going to be devastating for Eliza Bleu, because if you look at her entire Twitter timeline, she says, ever since this right here, I need brave men to stand up for me right now, please. I'm begging you. This is my first time over the past 3 weeks that I've asked anyone to help me. Wow, 3 whole weeks. You're really brave. You went 3 whole weeks. And then right after that, Shane Cashman tweets out his part 3, how to survive a psyop in a puff piece, the Eliza Bleu piece. And he tags Eliza Bleu right after she tweeted, I need brave men to stand up for me right now. And then, dude, her entire Twitter timeline is just talking about the Cashman article and the whole Cashman story. Part 1, part 2, part 3. She tweeted out part 1. She replied and said, "Folks keep asking to get a hold of me to do interviews, but this full interview/article isn't even up yet." Then she, responded to that with part 3. So it looks like the story was deleted off of the Timcast News Twitter account, but Shane Cashman still hasn't deleted the link off of his Twitter. So I wonder if he even knew. I think that he probably didn't even know that it was getting deleted. I think Tim Pool just kind of made the executive decision like, hey, we got to get this off of here. Not only for the Defango stuff, for the possible lawsuits that are coming our way, but also because you're just lying about Eliza Bleu. Like Tim Pool has somewhat come to his senses and said, you know what? Eliza Bleu is probably lying, and she's definitely abusing the TOS of these social media sites to get these videos and people banned. So her entire timeline is revolving around those articles. She's hitching her wagon to this story so hard because it's the only thing that she has left. It's the only person that is still really defending her that has any sort of, pull, any sort of credibility out there. And he's destroying his own credibility. Don't get me wrong. But he does work for Timcast IRL, and a lot of people see them as somewhat of an authority figure. So they're the only people left that have any sort of following that were defending Eliza Bleu. And now Tim Pool, who obviously makes the executive decisions over there on what stays up and what doesn't, has pulled the article. And I don't even think Shane Cashman was involved in that discussion. But look, Shane Cashman is a married man with small children. Their lives are all threatened, blah, blah, blah. To be clear, there have been multiple threats against Timcast employees. She's still talking about it. Let's see. I know Eliza personally. That one's not about it, but it's a brave man standing up for her after she begged for a brave man to come. Here is a picture that Shane took of Eliza Bleu in front of her car to prove that it's not a Tesla, because it couldn't just be a random car that they found. Nope. That has to be her car that's broken down. And, she's obsessed with this Shane stuff. Journalists are asking for an interview or a quote. Read all 3 articles. That's the quote. Publish that. Wow, that's an own. That's a really good own, Eliza. Too bad all these articles are taken down, so nobody can read them. Timcast got the interview. Cashman did the work and weeks of research. Interview Shane Cashman. Well, all that work and the weeks of research, all down the drain because he decided to lie and tell a dumbass story instead of actually telling the truth about Eliza Bleu and digging into the censorship side of things. Because I know the censorship isn't the entire story. It's obviously bad that Eliza Bleu was lying and stealing money from people, going on these podcasts and just straight up telling lies, stealing money for her charity, lying about having a charity to get money. All that stuff is really bad. Don't get me wrong. But the main thing that intrigues me most about this story is the censorship side of things. And that's conveniently what Shane Cashman left out of all 3 parts. He really didn't dig in hard on those parts at all. The weird thing to me is like, is she FBI related? Like, how does she have so much pull with YouTube and Twitter at the same time? Because I can understand if she had a connection to Elon or had a connection to Ella Irwin on Twitter from a long time ago. She called in a favor. Hey, can you get these images removed? I understand that. But once people's YouTube videos start getting removed as well, and there's just nothing that they can do about it to fight against it other than delete the videos or, private the videos, that's when I start to wonder, like, what kind of ties does this person have? Because she does have a father who's a politician. Like, is she FBI? That's the stuff that if I was a journalist, if I was in Shane Cashman's position, that's what I would be digging the most on with Eliza Bleu is how are you getting these videos and tweets and accounts removed off of Twitter and YouTube? Let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. I thought it was pretty funny how Tim Pool and Timcast IRL is trying to blame the fans for their, I guess, low IQ and their inability to perceive the style of gonzo journalism properly. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you on the next one.